doing a tutorial for a character who has one of my favorite makeup looks. It's Miss Glinda. Now this look is not modeled after Ariana Grande's look in the movie. It's more an intensified look. If I was going for exactly how she looked in the movie, I don't think it would be enough makeup. This look is inspired by a lot of the REM Wicked products. Starting in with our glow serum. Now, they don't make it in this Glinda bottle anymore, but you can absolutely get the REM Beauty Rose Quartz Serum. It just comes in a different bottle. I buy it in that bottle and refill my Wicked bottle. This is so pretty and it smells so good and it just makes your skin feel amazing. None of this is sponsored, by the way, even though it so easily could be. I'm gonna prep my under eyes and my eyes with concealer because I'm gonna start with an eyeshadow before I do my face makeup. Another product that's not sponsored that I love is this Charlotte Tilbury dual brush. I use it for everything. I'm gonna take my Wicked palette and I'm really gonna just focus on everything that's in this top row here. Starting with a very neutral, we're going in with Goodness Knows, which is a very nudie pink. I like to start with like a base powder like this just to kind of matte everything down before I layer on top of it. And then I'm gonna take Thrillifying, which is a darker rosier pink, and keep that in the outer corner. I'm even gonna bring that up to the brow bone just a little bit, but leaving space up here. I think I have kind of a shallow eye base, so whereas some people can like play a little bit more with the layering, I don't have as much room to do so, but we're gonna do the best we can. Okay, now to deepen, darken everything up, I'm gonna take this dark shimmer pink, Darlingest. I'm gonna start with a brush, but I'm probably gonna end up needing my finger just because it is so sparkly. See how it's just like a little bit hard to blend out like that? It's a little bit easier to just go in and rub out a sparkle like that. I'm gonna brighten everything up with Perfectly Pink, this really bright shimmer. I'm only gonna use my finger for this. We're gonna get right up in there. I call this a Glinda pink makeup look, but I have worn this exact look just being me on a regular day. Maybe I over dramatize it when I'm going to parties, but honestly, a pink eyeshadow look I think compliments me more than anything else. So this could be your everyday if you want. I'm probably gonna add more sparkles at the end, but for eyeliner, I think eyeliner is very subjective to your eye shape. I'm gonna show you what I do for mine. I start in the halfway point like this, but you can see my texture a little bit too well on my skin. iPhone 12 camera or whatever, iPhone 17. iPhone 17 camera is a little too good. Starting in the middle and working my way out. I honestly went a little bit too thick just at the beginning. I like to start a little bit thinner than that. And when you reach the end, I just go along with the natural wing of my eye shape and then thicken that up a little bit, like that. And then obviously this connection is not good, so we're going in here to just bring it in a little bit more. Now, some people like to bring that all the way down. I feel like that just doesn't work for my eye shape. It makes my eyes look too dark almost, like rather than giving that like cartoon big eye effect, it tends to make them look, it tends to make me look older to have too much darkness in my corner. So I keep that away. Also, it smudges really easily for me. I don't know. That's how I do my eyeliner. For contour, I'm using Rare Beauty Gentle, and I'm gonna do my cheek contour and even my nose contour pretty much the same as I always do. However, nose is really important for this look. You wanna make sure you're going all the way up to the brow and making a really tiny point here. Crossing it like Ari does. Now, I will bring this down as I'm blending, but there's so much product here that it's gonna be too much just to blend out. So I'm gonna leave this base free so that I can drag it down with my brush and kind of make that little circle button nose. I'll show you. I kind of use the end of this brush just to tap everything in. And again, you always wanna be tapping it in and not rubbing it around because it's gonna soak up a lot of your product. Okay, now I'm gonna take this teeny tiny end here and tap, tap, tap this down all the way down here. Tap, 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 tap. And there's just gonna be excess on the brush that you're gonna bring down there. And I do that to avoid it looking really muddy. If I had dragged it all the way down with the contour, then it would just get a little bit too muddy. And that's gonna give me that little Ari effect. I might even do a second round of the bridge after other products. For my blush, rather than put it directly on my face, I find that it pulls up less of the makeup if I put it on my hand first like this and then tap, 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 all with the same brush and bring it up. Now, for a normal look, I might go a little bit lighter on the blush, but if you are performing as Glinda, have a party or something like that, you want to go a little bit heavier. This actually blends out very, very beautifully, so you can use more than you think. I'm gonna go back in with my concealer because if you noticed, we didn't do any foundation today. We don't need foundation. If you have concealer, blush, and contour, your face is covered with makeup unless you have a lot of breakouts you're trying to cover, a lot of discoloration, which I'm very blessed. I don't have any of that I'm working with right now. It's really, really not necessary to wear foundation in addition, unless you like it. If you like it, go for it. I go through phases where I like it a lot and phases where I like to take breaks from it. I'm in a phase where I'm taking me and foundation are on a little bit of a break right now. I do find that when I wear my foundation, I look a little bit tanner because it matches my body, not my face as much. And the concealer is just a little bit brighter than my face, so I look a little bit brighter and paler when I wear concealer with no foundation. Essence concealer is very, very pigmented, but full coverage. It's very full coverage, so I put only the tiniest amount, especially because I already did some earlier, but this is just to clean up a little bit of the fallout from our eyeshadow and to give us a little separation from blush to eye. I'm telling you, this brush is everything. A pink highlight blush is a necessity for most of my princesses, but Glinda in particular. She really needs a glowy, high bone cheek, and I use Rare Beauty in shade Cheer. Everyone always asks me what highlight blush combo I'm wearing. It's not even a combo, it's just one product, and I love it. Again, not sponsored, but I could be. I'm setting everything with a loose powder. Now you absolutely can do fake lashes with this look. I'm not going to today, so I'm going to use a primer to just poof them up, and then, what am I looking at here? Maybelline Sky High. This is my go-to. Yeah, not sponsored, but I could be. The lip combo is my absolute favorite part, so I'm going in with the liner Toss. This is from the Wicked for Good collection in the Glinda edition, which is one of the few Wicked products that's still available. This is no longer available, unfortunately. This is the Wicked from the first movie Glinda edition, Glinda set. You've been Glindified. I have another one. I always say the smartest thing I did was buy 2 sets of this when this came out, because I knew. If you don't have any of the Wicked makeup now, now's your time. I do have the Wicked for Good Glinda set in my showcase if you're interested. Get them before you can't get them anymore. The liner and the gloss are both in it. This is, I believe, Tap to Bubble. Is that what it's called? Yeah, Tap to Bubble. I love this formula. That is my finished Glinda makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I could, like I said, wear this just out with my friends. It's one of my favorite makeup looks that I do ever. We could just call it the Nina signature at this point.